Okay, it streams public. I think I'm going to just jump right back into it right now. So I saved not too far off from that grapple beam room I need to traverse again. Maybe I could go by another way since I did open up one of those one-way doors from earlier. But I did go through the grapple room once. I think I might just honestly do it again because I was able to do it once. So you see the two Ds near that missile tank that's connected to this tall room here that's connected to an elevator called Surface? So at the very top of the screen in the middle, there's these two Ds. That was a one-way set of doors that I've actually opened from the other side, so I could go back up that room to try and get to the top of Contamination again if I wanted. Or I could just go through the grapple beam room again. Because I know I'm able to get up there. I've done that already. And that other climbing room also looked really intimidating. I think it's safe to say it's not going to be easy no matter which way I go about this. Either way, that's probably not going to be easy. Alright, so what will it be? I mean, I am tempted to go by that other room since I don't really want to do any more grappling. I'll just go by the other room anyways. I don't feel like trying to grapple. Alright, seahorses that take a lot of hits. Because we're at this point in the game now. Oh, I can just walk in... Wait. Can I walk in there? Let me try this. Okay, I might not be able to get through here exactly. Might need a bit more room to actually do the running here, unless I can short charge, but I don't know how to do that yet, so... Maybe I might have to take another way back. Could maybe go back by some other way, perhaps. So that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go by some other way. Alright, so what is actually down here? I did not want to screw attack into... I didn't want to fall in there either. Now I'm back into the death water, it looks like. Those are just power bombs, I assume. Need the speed booster into those if I want to actually take them. I don't even think I need too many power bombs. I'm just going to leave them there. Yeah, all these rooms just look so intimidating at this point to try and get through. They all look intimidating now. Not quite sure what I was expected to do here, besides maybe just speed boost. Or I can just tank the hits anyways. Or I'll just tank the hits. No, that just leads back up the elevator. I want to go by some other way. That plus, I do want to go back to where the energy recharge and missile reload are. Especially for the energy. I definitely want to get my energy topped up again at this point. Since I did take quite a beating there again, just before. I don't have that far to travel, really. Depends on where I actually want to go, that is. Even then, I'm not exactly sure where I want to go right now. There's two places I could go look. I'll just try to go back here for now. I'll try going back up here via wall jump. So back to this room. Let's give this another look-see. Okay, looks like that's still an option for me to go here. Courageous climb. This is the room I want to get a closer look at. I want to take a closer look here. Might be a bit easier with screw attack, but I should still try and be careful in here. Yeah, just because I got screw attack doesn't mean I'm necessarily guaranteed to get this. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily guaranteed to have an easy time here just because I got screw attack. Alright, so where exactly can I jump to right now? I can jump to here very easily, it looks like. I can get up here with relative ease, I think? Or maybe not. Unless I turn off the screw attack. Just so I don't break that block there again. Just so that doesn't get broken by accident. I can screw attack up there. Well, spin jump up there without screw attack. Otherwise I'll just break the block by accident, which is not what I want to do. That looks like it's going to be really risky to try and just jump up there, but going for it. I can probably make it too, actually. Looks a bit risky with the fog that damages me, but I'm going to go for it regardless. Okay, it looks like I can get up there. Just in case this little platform breaks too, I'm turning off the screw attack again. Looks like I made the right call to just turn that off again. So how do I get even further up? These walls are covered in spikes, so that's gonna make that, like, kind of unfeasible. So how do I climb even further up here? I'm not even sure now. Okay, maybe this might not be so feasible after all, with all these spikes on the walls here. Yeah, I got 5 weapons tanks and 2 E-drain reducers for Shine Spark. This doesn't really look climbable, actually. Unless I can just Shine Spark up here, but even then I don't know if I can do that. And even then, is there enough room to actually get speed to Shine Spark up here? I'd have to take a closer look. There might be room to Shine Spark. Yeah, there is. I can Shine Spark up here if I wanted to. Yeah, I can Shine Spark up this room if I really wanted to. I do have the option to try this. I gotta just quick charge and then I can get up here and lose all these energy tanks. Oh, thanks for the good luck, by the way. And lose all those energy tanks because of just how much time I spent doing the Shine Sparking to find whatever's in here. Just puts me back there. Yeah, Data Veils, thanks for the good luck, by the way. Looks like I have another sort of puzzle here I gotta worry about. Not what I was hoping for in the slightest. I recently came across the Wave Beam, which just changes how my shots actually act now. I'm not exactly looking forward to this puzzle here at all. That's because I'm not even sure as to what I need to do in the first place. Not exactly sure what I'm intended to do in here. Could have maybe just gone in the other door. Okay, I guess I just figured it out anyways. Wait, did I actually figure this out yet or not? Or am I still, like... Or I still have to figure something out? Let's just shoot that with a super missile. for lack of better ideas. That still doesn't really answer any questions I had right there. I'm just wondering what's supposed to even be in this room. It's a weapons tank. This might be optional for all we know. This might just be some giant optional puzzle for a weapons tank. Well, at least with the power bomb I can just see what I'm trying to... Okay, I can't go through there yet. That looks like a giant puzzle of sorts. For a weapons tank. If it's just a puzzle for that, I can leave it, I assume. I'll assume I can just leave it there. So I'm gonna try and get my Shine Spark ready again. I barely understand what's going on there too, actually. Shine Spark through this room to get back to this door right here. Back here. Okay, I get a missile reload, but no energy recharge around here, it looks like. I do want to take another look-see right around here. I'm gonna land in this flower. I'm gonna just fall into that by accident. Right, so there's probably nothing back here. Oh, great. Now I'm getting thrown into the flowers and getting, like, attacked by Metroids, and now I'm trying to just go to the door, but I keep getting pushed back. Keep getting pushed backwards, it looks like. I got these guys to worry about. Yeah, the Zebatite, destroying the Zebatite last time didn't really lead me anywhere helpful. This gate is still locked. So it's supposed to be down here. I don't know what's down here. Okay, I got an idea. That is, if I even have enough energy to really go and do anything at this point. I am running short on energy, that's for sure. Can't even Shine Spark. Don't have enough energy left over to even try that. So I'm gonna go leave this final area again to just refill on energy. 11 energy tanks, and I'm still just losing them so quickly to, like, a point where I have to just constantly go in and out just to refill on energy. I still barely got anything figured out. I'm still barely really making progress. Found a puzzle for a weapons tank. If I don't have to at this point, I'm actually not gonna do it. I thought that could have been it too, but I guess not. There's another boss area I'm pretty sure I have to get to first. Haven't quite gotten there yet, it seems. So there's another place I'm going to be taking a look at now. Right, I want to go back up here, actually. Then back up the elevator, back to the contamination room. Then let me try something there. Going to a weird place. Okay then, I guess, okay. Alright, so let me try something right around here. Let's try something here. Okay, that door I can enter. I'm just going to try and Shine Spark back up there and actually get into the door. So I can just Shine Spark my way up here. Alright, this door... Alright, what's supposed to be in here? I don't know what's supposed to be going on in here. No damage accepted. I can just get in... why am I getting pushed back? Why am I getting forced back now? There we go. Not sure why it was just forcing me back. But now I can go in here. What's supposed to be up at the top of the room anyways? Okay, it's not letting me up. I'm hoping I can just go through here and forget about that room. Oh no, I'm gonna get stuck in here. I just gotta push the Metroid back by shooting at it, it looks like. Okay, so there's another door here I can enter, apparently. PBS. Limited radius. Do I even need to be in this room or not? I could just go towards where the key is, and hopefully that'll answer all my questions I have. I'll just try and head towards the key icon at this point. Maybe come back to the other room later. Ah, le tabernacle! Probably the best room name in this yet. Okay, I can destroy that gate. That must have unlocked something else. Wonder if that's unlocked the gate in contamination. So I can just finally go up there and go to that save station. That's probably definitely my favorite room name in this whole Romhack so far. Tabernacle. Okay, so... how do I leave? I speed booster out. Okay, this is kind of a weird one. Oh, that's actually going to be really easy to escape from. Yeah, that's a curse word in French, by the way, tabernacle. Yeah, a lot of their curse words have to do with sacred or religious objects, or places. Another one is chalice, as in the chalice, as in sacred chalice. Tabernacle sounds like tabernacle. Yeah, when it comes to swearing in English, it's usually stuff that has to do with our bodies. When it comes to French, it's more like religious stuff. Okay, so I can destroy this thing again, right? Looks like I'm supposed to jump through here with a speed booster dash going. That's what it looks like, at least. And what's this even gonna lead to anyways? Looks like I'm supposed to boost ball across that, but... what am I even supposed to be doing in this room? I'm guessing this is all entirely optional, everything in here? This could just be entirely optional for all we know. I could have, like, no reason to be in here. Could just be something nice like an energy tank or a weapons tank. Oh, I see what I need to do to get whatever is up there. Whatever's up here, that is. I see what I have to do. But what is up here? It's a weapons tank. I think PB is intended to mean power bombs in this. So power bombs limited radius. So I have to destroy the power bomb block, but not the other two bomb blocks. Then boost ball across before those blocks just respawn. Then I boost block across that trail before I have to destroy the power bomb and the shot block, but not the two bomb blocks that are actually on the same line, on the same row as the crumble blocks. Somehow. Now I still need to hit the power bomb block, clearly. This is for a weapons tank if I even want it at this point. I think I'll be fine with that. I got 5 weapons tanks out of the 9 already that are in this Romhack. I heard there were 9 of them total. I have 5. I was able to look at my status screen. It says I do have 5 of them. Which is not bad, to say the least. I guess I can make do with 5 of them. Oh, how am I gonna get thrown into that flower there? How's that just gonna pull me in? Now I gotta get out of here, and I'd like to... I'm pretty sure I should just try and replenish my health again as soon as I do get back. Just refill on energy again, because I just can't stop taking damage right now, it seems. Alright, finally got through that. I'm gonna go straight back to an energy recharge. Because again, I have no E-tanks left filled up. I lost all my E-tanks again. Hopefully now I've unlocked that save station at the top of the contamination room. Hopefully now I can finally just go in there. Hopefully that's now open. Yeah, that is one hell of a beam attack I have currently. Never did get Spazer Beam. I can still probably beat the game without it, though. I'll probably be okay without Spazer. He's just... I'll finish him off with missiles. And there's a Metroid. I'm gonna try and Shine Spark back up to that save station. Oh, nice, and I only lost, like, 1 more E-tank from doing so. Please tell me this door is now open? Nice. Can now finally go into the save station here, which I'm definitely gonna use. So I had to just find those 3 red gates that were marked with keys on the map to essentially get into this part of the lab. Looks like we're going to be fighting something very soon in here. Yeah, looks like we're going to be coming up against some sort of boss fight here very soon. There's something on the other side of that eye door. I'm gonna guess it's Ridley again? Or is it supposed to be that? Right, so what am I supposed to do here? Do I need to run away from the statue or fight it? No? I'm gonna guess try and get away from it. Okay, maybe now I'm forced to fight it. I'm not even sure at this point. Okay, I guess maybe now yeah, now it seems like I need to fight him. Okay, it seems like now I gotta fight this guy. First part of that room was just running away from him, or morph balling away from him, more like rolling, not so much running. But still just getting away from him so he wouldn't kill me. And now you need to actually just take him out. Man, these super missiles are doing quick work on him, it looks like. And he's already losing a good chunk of his health just from these super missiles hitting him. That's gonna finish him off already now, isn't it? And he's already dead, it looks like. Now it looks like I'm expected to go down here. Not too sure what to expect next. Besides maybe another boss fight. With more pre-boss music playing. Jumping may hurt. Okay, so there's yellow and red fog at the top of the screen, and now I gotta fight Phantoon with the fog in the screen. Just penalizing me for jumping. So it's Phantoon, but I get penalized whenever I jump. I just still can't get over that sound effect, though. Okay, so Phantoon, but with a twist. I see. It still doesn't seem like... This isn't too bad, actually. I think I'll be okay here. Especially with a beam that can just easily take out all the flames he spawns. So I can just actually refill on health by shooting these flames down. Worst case scenario. If it really comes to that. I'm probably gonna be just fine in here, actually. We'll probably be just fine. Wonder if we're also going to be fighting Dragon soon. I know we're fighting Phantoon right now. We fought Ridley earlier, and then we fought Kraid after that. Surprised we fought Ridley first, and then we fought Kraid. Usually it's the other way around. I'm just so used to it being the other way around, though. Yeah, jump too high, and then the ceiling, the red fog on the ceiling is going to start draining a bunch of your health, so don't jump too high. In fact, it's not even that necessary to really jump during a good duration of this fight anyways. Or at least not jump very high. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine. That's gonna be some more damage. Not even sure if this super missile can finish him off or not. No, it's not gonna be enough to finish him. This I can easily dodge these with screw attack and just jumping as low as possible to also not touch the fog. Yeah, one more charge beam shot or super missile or something and that should finish him off. One more anything and that should be able to finish him off at this point. Yeah, still at 1 point of health it looks like, Phantoon. Alright, that's gonna take him out. Alright, so we just beat Phantoon. I'll just take these pickups. And then I'll leave the room. Okay, so we're gonna be getting another boss fight, it looks like. More pre-boss music playing. I'm gonna guess Dragon's in this room. Maybe. I'm gonna guess Dragon's in here. We didn't see Dragon yet. The source. Alright, so what are we supposed to be doing in here now? I'm gonna assume fighting this thing, whatever it is supposed to be. Assumably fighting whatever that's supposed to be. Should have maybe not just broken myself out of that powerbomb cage. Now it's gonna be harder to track down the boss, since we got a lot more room to move around. Oh, Patrick, hey there. This thing looks like it also has a lot of health, so this might take a while. I don't think it's gonna be too hard, it's just gonna be long. Probably not hard, just really long, considering it might take a while to actually just kill it. I'll just get some super missiles in to hit it while we're at it. Try and speed the fight up a bit more. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's gonna be hard at all. I'm actually gaining health more than I'm losing it at this point. Yeah, the first boss in this boss rush so far was probably the hardest. Well, one of the trickier ones was probably that first boss. Phantoon, but restrictions being placed on your jumping. Or in other words, you being penalized for jumping because of the fog at the top of the arena. And then there's this thing that's just like a lot easier to deal with. Just kind of time consuming to actually fight it. That is, if you just break the powerbomb cage that you and it are in. Because in this case it just has so much room to move around in. Alright, there's 4 nice hits with the super missile right there. Here's another hit with it. Now it's just gonna fly away again. Yeah, as soon as I see it, it just flies away and I have to go find it again. Okay, there's another super missile. That's always nice to see. Always nice to see more of those. These also do quite a bit of damage too, just the regular ones. Could just finish off with the regular missiles at this point. Since they'll have plenty of those to just spend. Still have plenty of those to use up. So I could just finish it off with more regular missiles, perhaps. Only 3 of those actually hit just there. 6 hits left and it's gonna die, this thing. Okay, now 2 hits left. And that just completely missed. Hit the block. Now I have to escape. Now I have to pull off another escape here. Not yet. Alright, so... I'm assuming we need to run all the way to the surface before the 5 minutes are up, right? We gotta run to the surface. Should have maybe just dropped on the left, would have been quicker. To just refill up on energy. Well, we're just gonna have to go with what we have. Don't want to waste too much time here. So I'm assuming I need to now run all the way to the surface to escape and just close this out? Is that what I gotta do? I gotta run all the way to the surface. So, just so I can try and figure out the best route possible so I can increase my chances of actually getting it. I think I might know where to go through. I might know how to get through this. Okay, we gotta try something. I don't want to just don't want to sit here forever. We gotta do something. We gotta try something, that's for sure. Yeah, I think this is the final escape sequence and then we win. Except I actually need to get moving. So I can have any shot, just... I'm gonna fall a long ways down. I might have to take another way out. Unless I can just still jump up here anyway. I think I can still jump up here, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna just get thrown back down. There we go. Let's just go by here. Let's go in through here. Jump across that. Okay, so I gotta go up. I have to go up. Going left is gonna lead to a dead end, obviously. We gotta go this way. If we go left, we'll get stuck in a dead end. We'll waste time if we go left. I could go back through the energy recharge again. Could go back through there. Probably will. Okay, I think I know how I'm gonna do this exactly. I'm gonna go for a Shine Spark and Courageous Climb and try and use that just to close out the escape. Assuming this should work. Just to give myself more energy and ammo to work with, just to be sure we got like a good amount of it going into the part where we got a Shine Spark. Because the Shine Spark, last time I did it, took up like 5 energy tanks. And I want to just further increase my chances of actually not running out of energy during the Shine Spark. So I go by up here. I'm trying to go by up here, but this thing is not letting me go. This thing isn't letting me. There we go. Now we're up. Going back through here. Now we're in the Courageous Climb. This is what I was shooting for. We're already now a couple rooms away from exiting. Except I just gotta get this Shine Spark. I'll barely be able to see what's going on, even. Right, I can't even see. I literally can't even see what's going on. I can't even see what's going on in there anymore. I can't see. I could have just gone out by some other way. Why did I not go out by another way? Do I have any time left to change my plans even? Can I even go for a change of plans or not? Or is there not enough time? I can take another route to escape. I'll try to go by some other way to get out of here. We'll go by here. No, this is blocked off. We can't go by here. Not possible to get through there. Wait a minute. I can still Shine Spark. I can still Shine Spark to the exit. Just gotta go from up here, though, and then we can get it. We have to just go by up here instead, and then that can get us out. Unless I ran out of energy and then can't get through. Unless I just lost too much energy in the acid at the bottom of the screen. Nope, this is gonna do it. Okay, we can now get out of here. Extraction. Okay, I think we just got it. I think this is the end. Space Vader. This might be the end here of Ascent. I think we're done it. Let's see if this... No, it's still going, the escape sequence. Oh, there's my ship. I think I can just get in my ship and then I'm done. Yeah, I think that just closes it out. I think that's it. We're done. I think we're finished Ascent. That's probably it. Yep, I think we beat it. Yep, this has to be it. I could have just Shine Sparked from elsewhere, and I still was able to Shine Spark through Courageous Climb, no problem. Just had to Shine Spark from a different room, and then I could get it, no problem. I was able to get a Shine Spark at the bottom of that water earlier, but not being able to see the walls certainly made it a lot harder. And even with quick charging, it was barely possible. At least I found another place to Shine Spark from. Completed in just under 5 hours in in-game time. Or Romhack by Beanox50. Some guy's name is Tentacles. Yeah, I can imagine there was some ASM code involved in this. I mean, how else do we get the boost ball into this? There had to be some ASM for boost ball. And then there's the credits for the people who just worked on the vanilla game. So there was definitely some programming involved to just get the boost ball to work, to replace the spring ball. Since spring ball got combined with high jump, is that possible in vanilla Metroid to Shine Spark and change your directions? No. Once you pick a direction for Shine Spark, you can't change it until you're done Shine Sparking. In this Romhack, however, you can just hit a direction to just steer the Shine Spark in a different way other than down. Yeah, hit a direction on the D-pad aside from down and you can just steer the Shine Spark in that direction. There's also being able to respin in midair. Okay, so essentially what that means is, when you're somersaulting, you can just hop off of walls. Like, when you want to just shoot something in midair, you have to stop spinning. In the original game, you can't get back into somersaulting unless you just hit the ground. But in this Romhack, you can, so, for example, you can start wall jumping, shoot something at the top of the screen like a door you want to enter, and then you can start somersaulting again whilst in midair, so you can just hop back on the wall before you fall back down and have to jump back up. And then you can just continue wall jumping to the top of the screen. You can also do stuff like go into Morph Ball. lets you do a couple things you otherwise could not do in the vanilla Super Metroid. I think it's called respinning. Vanilla Super Metroid doesn't have that. Also, the bomb jumps in this were different. The bombs go off a lot sooner, and I think you can actually do about 6 or 7 bomb jumps consecutively before Samus actually stops being able to just bomb jump. Like, you can't just go up until you hit a ceiling or the top of the screen. Even if you have, like, perfect rhythm, this Romhack just refuses to let you go all the way up to the top of the screen, unlike vanilla Metroid. So before I go, I do want to show you something else. I honestly found this pretty funny. I just went like, what? As soon as I saw a mention of this. Turns out Vice was talking about one of those guys who built Super Mario ROM hacks a while ago, but it was nothing about the Super Mario ROM hacks. I recall they didn't really talk about that in the article on Vice. But no, this guy's a musician. Okay, so I'm assuming this is the same person. I'm assuming this is Arcanibus Brooks. Yeah, the name's just familiar because this guy used to drop by my live chat sometimes. I think he also asked me, like, way back about some Super Mario ROM hacks he wanted me to play. Because, yes, he did ask me a couple times to, like, play some of his Super Mario ROM hacks, which eventually I did. And he just has this way of talking. I don't know how else to describe it as being excessively verbose. For example, Vampirumba or Arcanabyss just isn't satisfied with saying hello. Instead, they're going to say, Templaris magnanimita salutamation. And I guess I'll try and read the rest of this message anyways. Just inquisitorial if thy gregariously predominary presence be it venerably concordant playing my Nova's hack, Transylvania Tale, Realm of Noctum Eternus. I think I actually did play this one, and I played another ROM hack he made called... I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. I just looked at it like 30 minutes ago, and I already forgot. Or maybe like an hour ago. I just looked at it like an hour ago, and I already forgot. Kingdom Elementum Fantasia, something like that. Because vigilantly auscultated to thee, unshadow my hack's colliginous nomina in recent video of Wakana's hack, amidst thy convivial chronological conglomeration of SNPU hacks, would internally be honoraritous gratification as all. And I love how he just ends the message with cheers. You got all this excessively verbose dialogue, and he just tops it off with cheers. And yes, Vice did write an article about Vancouver's Dark Lord of Karaoke. When he stands at a microphone, Arcanibus Brooks is beyond mortal. His fans even chant his name. Yup. This is probably Vampirumber here. As in the guy that made some Super Mario ROM hacks that had this excessively verbose means of speaking. I mean, just from what I remembered seeing when Arcanibus Brooks was just chatting in some of my earlier live streams, he also sounded a lot like Vampirumber, so I'm just assuming it's the same person. That plus Burnaby is in Vancouver. No, I mean, Burnaby is in British Columbia, so is Vancouver, so I think it's safe to say they're the same person. I mean, they both share that style of speaking. Arcanibus Brooks' black leather trench coat pools on the floor around the chair he's sitting on. The crisscrossing of metal chains at his waist hang over the edge of the seat. Studded armbands glint under the soft recessed lights of 12 Kings pub. Well over 6 feet and clad in all black garb, with only his face visible from under his hood, Arcanibus sticks out like a pallid, vampiric thumb in a room that looks like the results you'd get from Google image searching the words sports, bar, bro, and testosterone. But only the uninitiated think he didn't belong here. At 12 Kings, Arcanibus is King 1 through 12, especially on Saturdays because today is the Lord's Day. What the uninitiated don't realize, as his statuesque form rises and makes its way to the microphone, where DJ has queued up Judas Priest's Victim of Changes, is that Arcanibus Brooks is the Dark Lord of Vancouver Karaoke. Like, I see he has a really good taste in music. Easily, like, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Judas Priest song, Victim of Changes. It's a classic. Knightly obeisances, sire. Arcanibus says as a big mitt emerges from his trenchcoat and envelops my own. Around us is chaos. The Tim Hortons he has chosen to meet at, somewhere in the heart of Richmond, BC, is teeming with cooing, crying babies, gossiping elderly folks, and kids glued to their cell phones. How many kids aren't glued to their cell phones these days? It is a surprisingly raucous scene. Wait, why is this not showing up on screen? I didn't even realize that. Why is this not on screen? Um, okay. Oh, there we go. Why was this not on screen until just now? I want to get this on the screen sooner. Yeah, I already read a bunch of the article. So yeah, that's Vampirumbra right there. These days, he's actually either making music or he's just performing karaoke. This guy used to make some Super Mario Romhacks. So yeah, that's him. Alright, so sorry about that. Let me continue reading, because I have to read the rest of this. I gotta see this. One that I didn't expect from how Arcanibus pitched it to me while setting up our interview. I concur in chummy confabulation at Sanctum of Palatable Pastries. Tim Hortons, afternoon tide of 4 p.m. It stands coterminous to conveyance structure on Richmond Brighthouse Station. This this is Vampirumbra, alright. I mean, who else even speaks like this? Also, I heard that he doesn't even use a thesaurus to just write his eloquent, extravagant, and extremely diverse vocabulary. He just so happens to know all these words, from what I hear. The first time I spoke with Arcanibus, after having a few too many ciders while at 12 Kings karaoke some months previous, I had no idea what he was saying. He speaks in his own dialect, one that seems to be a combination of Old English and fantasy tongue. Or as he describes it on his Facebook page, he is a grammarian fluent in anachronistic elocution because I bestow ardent logolatry for words. That logolatry is hard to decode at first. The regality of his speech creates an image of things that don't always fit with our current timeline. This Tim Hortons feeling more like a New York City bus depot than a sanctum of palatable pastries. Once you sit in front of them for a few minutes and see the words leave a sharp slender face, it's easier to understand. And it even becomes jarring when he occasionally has to break out of his anachronistic elocution just to communicate certain things, such as his order. I'll just have an iced cap, thanks. However, when he sings, it doesn't feel like a departure from his chosen speech styling. Even when Rob Halford's deftly poetic lyrics like, "You've been fooling with some hot guy," come barreling out of Arcanibus's mouth, it feels on brand. He has an ability to hit notes on an operatic range that is compelling in a way which is hard to explain. His singing is a skill that was self-taught, or as his business card with him states, he is a self-mastered countertenor slash male in the genre of heavy metal slash power metal. After finishing his first song of the evening, the crowd at 12 Kings erupts. There is even a short-lived chant of his name. Here at karaoke night, Arcanibus is beyond mortal. There are people here just to see him sing, and when the DJ announces that tonight is, in fact, the Dark Lord's 27th birthday, a second, louder round of cheers and hoots roll throughout the bar. Back at his table, which is full of 20 to 30 friends and family, or as he puts it, effervescent comradeships slash spectators of mine, he has trouble connecting with all the awaiting high fives. Next up to the mic is Arcanibus's mom, who dedicates Metallica's Enter Sandman to her son. It is strange and touching. Her guttural Hetfield flourish is surprisingly affecting. "Love you, sweetie," she says into the mic as the final guitar riff fades. I was about to just say gutter. His mother was responsible for bringing Arcanibus to his first karaoke night 7 years ago at some nondescript joint in Surrey, which is also somewhere in British Columbia. This eventually snowballed to his passion, one that started with him singing along to classic songs in Disney paragons like Aladdin and The Lion King. before eventually meandering into bands like Scorpion, then Bowie, until heavy metal became his foundation. He refers to singing karaoke as an unveiling. While he literally does pull his hood from his face before each performance, he is referring to a deeper personal reveal. On stage, he gets to be himself for everyone to see, and they very much want to be witness. This is something that he was never able to afford earlier in life. He adopted his style of speech and dress at 8 years old. Uh, for the simple transgression of just being himself, he suffered serious bullying in school. I hate to say it, but I could have kind of seen this coming. I mean, not everyone can just appreciate this sense of dress style and just that way he speaks. So he means to tell me he's been speaking like that since he was 8 years old. To be able to draw crowds like this on a weekly basis, to have an entire bar wish you a happy birthday, it must feel like validation, a victory of sorts. Inside a creepy old Vancouver house full of dead bodies. I'll pass on that. Karaoke is also good in the Arcanabissa community. Besides his fans, he's cultivated friendships, which includes Cowboy Dan, a slight middle-aged crooner in a Stetson who has become a brother to him. They have a domicile allegiance out in Richmond. They drive Dan's chivalrous steed out to various karaoke nights in the lower mainland on the regular. So far, no mention of him and his expedition to the Super Mario Romhacking, because that's how I even knew who the guy was in the first place. Well, not personally know him, but I know of the name. And yes, this guy actually did drop by a couple of my live streams a while back. I remember when I was speedrunning Alucard just trying to get like world records. He dropped by occasionally speaking in that combination of Old English and Fantasy tongue. And I'd sort of be able to understand it sometimes. It's just I'd have to probably read it over a couple times, but I'd probably be able to understand it. I mean, eventually you just get used to it. Doesn't sound too crazy after a while. It seems as if Arcanabyss just manifested this all for himself. He is unabashedly who he wants to be, and then a world suited to his ideals formed around him. This scene in 12 Kings, full of similar magical conjurings. Cowboy Dan leads the entire bar in a rendition of I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles by the Proclaimers. Geez, how long is this article, anyways? Each person singing along as if it was themselves genuinely declaring their love and the lengths they go to fulfill it. A barrel of a man screams Christina Aguilera's genie in a bottle into the microphone, spittle getting caught in his chest-length beard, in what surprisingly becomes one of the most entertaining performances of the night. Then a young woman waits for the lyrics to Jay-Z and Kanye West's The N-Words in Paris to appear on screen, which they never do. As the song starts, she implores the DJ to find a version of the song with lyrics, but all he does is look at her mouth, that shit cray. She stutters, and it appears as if though she's about to crumble until something sparks. And as if possessed, the words start flowing out of her. The crowd cheers and dances until she, a white woman, raps the N-word, and the collective whiteness of the bar cringes and shrinks back to their seats. And maybe that's the general power slash danger of karaoke. Over the course of a song, it allows you to become someone you want to be. To tell stories you wish were yours, which is not always a good thing, but for Arcanabyss, the magic of karaoke is merely an extension of his own story. An outlet for his ability and the persona he's built around it. When I ask him about his name, he gives me an equation. Arcane equals mystery. Abyss equals eternal blackness. Arcane plus abyss equals arcane abyss. He is the mystery of eternal darkness. A chosen moniker that is in part a tribute to how he believes the world has misinterpreted him, and partly in spite of it. He could never imagine conforming, speaking in the stunted platitudes of the ultra-modernists who text around us in the Tim Hortons. He speaks with a resplendent flow inspired by H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe. His pop idol is Cthulhu, Arcanabyss the figurehead of his own cult of 12 Kings. From across the table, Arcanabyss' mother pushes a gift into his hands. We got you something. Open it. He does, in silence. It's a wind chime, she explains. You can put it up somewhere and around your place, by a window or something, it'll make noise. Do you see what it says on it? Be the change. This moment, overheard by a friend before I arrived on Arcanabyss' birthday night, is fitting, if not paradoxically apt. Like most people, I first found out about the Dark Lord of Vancouver karaoke secondhand. I found out about him through Super Mario ROM hacking. Unlikely, but just so happened that that's how I ended up knowing of him. Well, I don't know him personally. At first, just small details from a friend describing the site, the atmosphere it creates. Eventually, followed by an Instagram video he shared with glee. Specifically, he was asking me to play some of his Super Mario ROM hacks, some of which started off looking terrible, but eventually they started to look halfway decent. I mean, we usually all suck when we first start out ROM hacking any game. Then I saw him in person and was taken aback by the man's passion for his craft. His full-throated, self-mastered, counter-tenor commitment. Now I regularly go to karaoke night with my friends. Something I never did before, and we have a great goddamn time. That's because of Ark and Abyss, and I'm sure it's something he's inspired many, many others to do. He has been the change, by simply not changing for others at all. Would you believe me if I said that this guy used to frequent Super Mario Central and he made a couple of Super Mario ROM hacks? These days he's a musician, he also performs karaoke. But sad there was no mention of him actually doing any Super Mario ROM hacking, because that's how I just so happen to know of this guy, and same goes for a couple of other people on the Jump team. Yeah, the Jump team has a Discord server, as in the people that made like the collab hack Jump and like several sequels to it. One of them just shared this article, and I knew I had to read it. I figured this would be really interesting. So I ended up just reading on livestream. Because this guy used to make Super Mario World ROM hacks. I made one level in Jump half, and I made one level in Jump as well. So I was in the Jump team Discord server. So I was technically part of the Jump team, and one of the members of the Jump team recently shared this article, which I decided to read on stream. So yeah, Vampire Umbra, the Dark Lord of Karaoke. And he's actually managed to attain some success with his Old English and fantasy tongue style of speech that most people simply just think he's crazy for speaking that way, but especially considering how here he doesn't even use a thesaurus, I find it impressive. Like, I don't even know how the hell I'd be able to speak like that myself. Like, I'd probably just sound like a complete moron if I tried to just speak the way Vamper does. So I just finished Super Metroid Ascent before actually reading the article on Vampirumbra slash Arcan Abyss. So I'm going to just end the stream here, actually.